Good morning, this is L.A. Eaton with Life Off the Grid in remote Alaska. It's a nice day today. We've had a couple of days of storms, really big storms. In fact, the one was blowing so hard it was kind of shaking the house a little bit and did do a little bit of damage on our eaves that we had hanging. So we'll need to repair those. But today it's beautiful, sunshiny, and I'm excited to be able to get out. Our downtime, if you want to call it downtime, when we're in the house, I often do crafts and keep busy that way. And because there's no stores here, I don't get to go to Hobby Lobby or any of the other places that are fun to go to. I get a lot of found items or things that are maybe considered recyclable or whatever and reuse them. So today I'm going to collect a few shells on the beach, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about our beach. As you can see, our tide, we're in an area where the tide is quite large. In fact, it's down there right now, and it goes out further than that. And it will rise all the way up to, and it does get up here to where I'm standing. So you really have to be careful and pay attention when you're out on the beach to what the water is doing. These lines that you see here of seaweed are called the strand line. And as the tide goes in and out, it deposits these lines of seaweed and other treasures on the beach. And this is often where you'll find shells and pumice and different treasures. Sometimes you're able to find what's called a skate pod, an egg from a... I'm back. I'm wondering how well this is going to go. I do see that I have someone on. I can't see who, but hello, good morning. Our area, because it is remote, does not have any cell service, does not have, our internet is through Starlink, and walking around outside, there are spots where you lose signal. At some point, I will do an actual recording, a video on the other side where we have our boats, because I want to talk about the buoys that we have over there. Since my upcoming story is about a buoy, but I know I can't go over there right now because I will and we just lost it again. So we'll do our best with this. We'll see how it goes. In any case, sometimes you do find the skate egg pods, which are also known as mermaid purses. They're really, really cool looking. Don't often get any here in the bay, but out farther in the Shelikof, in the straits where there's a little bit more open water, we sometimes find them on the beach. Today I'm actually looking for mussel shells that I will be using in a craft. And I was going to try to get to a spot where I might be able to show you a little bit of when we're on the beach looking for things, what kinds of treasures we might find. Of course, there's driftwood, there's shells, and I was going to try to find the mussels. Now, most people go, "Oh, do you eat them?" Well, unfortunately, we get what's called red tides. It's an algae bloom, and it's toxic. And the mussels and other shellfish, the clams and what have you, as they're filtering through the water, that toxins, it just builds up. And so you can get what's called paralytic shellfish poisoning. And when I first moved up here, I had heard about it, but I didn't know anyone that had ever experienced that. Since then, I know of a family, the dad has gone out and got clams for his family. And thankfully, he was processing them the night before. He realized when he popped one in his mouth what was happening, and they got him to the hospital. He's fine, but he was thankful that he did that because his kids were younger. And they might not have known what was happening, and it could have been a dangerous situation. So, with that said, We do not dig the clams and the mussels and the different things that could be a source of food for us here, simply because of that. I'm sure there are ways to maybe test for that. However, there's other food sources here, so we use those instead. I'm going to switch the camera around and get down a little lower and possibly set up my camera here. Bear with me, I'm still learning on this, and I thank you for joining me. Okay, so as we get closer, you can see you've got the rocks here with the barnacles on it, pieces of shell. We're looking for whole shell. I'm trying to see if I can see any mussels. I did not pick a very good spot to get down in, it looks like. Here is one of the shells that I'll use for my craft, but I'm looking for these mussel shells, these shells right here. And that's a pretty good size for what I want. I will be doing another live video with the craft that I am working on. So for right now, I'll be searching for the little mussel shells. Oh, it's a tiny one. But in any case, this is one of the things that we do, that I do in free time, is use what I can find to create. You need things out here, just like wherever you are, that keeps you busy, that keeps your mind active, and crafts as well as writing are some of the things I enjoy doing. So I'm going to continue to look for some of the mussel shells. I would like to thank you for watching. All of these experiences that I have, collecting shells, teaching my kids. I homeschooled my kids out here for several falls. The beach was a great place to learn about a lot of things, or simply to take our school books out and sit on the beach and do our work. Many of the stories I have written pull from my experiences living here, whether it's an idea such as my first Christmas here and how kind of homesick I was and how I wanted a Christmas tree so badly. And I wrote a story about that called Michael's Tree. I will drop the link for that book in the comments. That one has been published. I am currently working on a book called Bowie's Ocean Adventure. And it's a story about a buoy, which in our fishing community, most people know what they are, but I will do some videos to explain a little bit more to those of you that maybe don't live next to the ocean. All the different uses and purposes and sizes and shapes. That one's in the process of being published right now. We're in the illustration phase. I'm really excited to see some of the first illustrations that my illustrator Anissa will be drawing for me. So until I see you again live, I just ask that you'll be blessed with the blessings of the Lord as He fills your every moment with His presence. Oops, and that is not the button I wanted. See, there you go. It was one of those things where do it, don't do it afraid, do it messy, and that's what you're getting this morning. So I will say goodbye again until we talk next time.